We're up here on what might be the most epic day of any day ever. I mean, we can barely get up the trail.
Crawling like cats.
And this machine, out of nowhere, starts getting fussy. I do a little finagling. I pull the spark plug wire off one side, and it makes it worse. I pull the spark plug off the other side, and then confirm that it acts the same. Whether the spark plug is plugged in on the right cylinder or not, the engine behaves the same. So here I am suspecting a blown spark plug. Okay, what kind of an idiot comes out here without a spare spark plug? Yeah, that's me. I haven't had this sled very long, in my defense. I don't know it very well. All of my other sleds that I've owned for a while, they have spare plugs. And most of them are the same, and so I can toss them over. No, this one's different. I don't have one of these, and I think this is the problem. So I got Caleb up here with me. We're going to do a quick check just to make sure that it really is the spark plug that's the problem. If it is, we're either going to have to tow this out of here or drive, what, a half hour or 45 minutes each way to town and see if we can find one down there. So yeah, here goes nothing. After a little more investigation, the spark plug is fine. That's actually bad news. I have no compression on the right cylinder. Here we are on plan B. We managed to get it down off the hill to the trail. That, I think, knock on wood, was the hard part. So the rest of the crew's back there. We are now headed back to the trailer and just hoping the old gal will make the trek back. Luckily, we're not too far up here. There is no compression on at least one cylinder on this machine. I haven't checked the other one, haven't put a gauge on it. It doesn't matter. The compression's gone, top end has to come off. On a Skidoo, I think it's easier to pull the whole engine than it is to try to do the top end in the chassis. If this were a Polaris, I'd just pull it apart in the sled. Nah, I don't think so on a Skidoo. Haven't done one of these before. This is the Gen, what, 4? I think this is Gen 4. I don't even know. Not that much of a Skidoo guy. So we're going to take this apart and see what we see. All in one. With the covers and the fairings off, I'm going to start taking off some of the surrounding parts. Pipe will come first. The air box right here needs to come. Driven clutch will need to come off. From there, we can start looking at what it takes to do the engine. Looks like it's finally ready to come out. Whatever that is needs to stay. Pull the engine, take 2. Oh, ripcord. Pull the engine from the chassis, take 3. Good news is the engine's out. Bad news is it's heavy. I don't want to hurt myself getting it up on the bench. After what feels like forever waiting for the cylinder to get redone in the middle of snowmobile season, I finally have a new cylinder. This was provided by Millennium Technologies. They do a great job. They've cleaned it up, replated it, and it looks brand new. I also have some new Wiseco pistons and a new gasket set, so let's get after it.
The engine's assembled. It's time to schlep it on over here. I'm not looking forward to that. The thing just weighs too much. And I gotta be honest, the Skidoo is great to ride, but working on a Skidoo is just painful. Ugh. That's lined up right there. Pretty close. It's a miracle. The engine mount bolt is in. Hey. Yeah, I think they all do. This is headlight, gauge, air conditioning. I think Mike could use a hand on this one if you don't mind. You see where that punch is? That's holding up the chain. It needs to come through. There's a sprocket that punch is holding up. So the goal is to not let the chain fall off the punch. I think it's in. Yeah, it's in. I think I have it together. Obviously some plastics are missing, but there's a little bit of a moment of truth here before I go any further. Let's see if it'll run. That answers that question. Obviously, I am not a trained Skidoo mechanic, so please don't mistake my difficulties working on a Skidoo machine for poor engineering. The engineers know more than I do. However, if you're like I am, and you just like to tinker with stuff in the shop, my experience is that tinkering on a Skidoo is much more painful than tinkering on my Polaris. That's just me. Take that for what it's worth. Now let's go ride this thing.